Hi, I'm Tony from RAI UK Automation. We are the UK's leading distributor of universal robots. We're also the longest serving as well. And in the 15 years or so we've been selling their products in the UK, we've built up a range of other products to support the robot in its natural working environment. The latest of which is a 3D AI-based bin picking solution, and it's made by a company called Cambrian Vision. So traditionally, the bin picking problem has never really been overcome in the automation industry, but that has now all changed. So how does it work? Well, you need to create a model of the component that you want to pick. And in this case, what we've used is a CAD design. We send it off to Cambrian. They then create millions of variations of what that component would look like in amongst others that are the same. We then get that model back. We then train up to 30 different pick points for each component. The system then uses 2 cameras mounted to the end of the robot to create 3D depth perception. It'll then guide the robot to each of the components. And then you can either choose to move it into a separate stillage, of course, or you can actually move it to a fixed coordinate. So the important bit, why choose Cambrian then? The system is synonymous with working in extremely low light to high light conditions. That can be representative of what you might find in a factory, of course. It can work across a range of parts, so they can be very shiny or varied textures. And the simplicity of the system, because it's 2 cameras, an IPC and some cabling, met with their excellent software, of course, means it's much more cost effective than any of the AI bin picking solutions or other alternative solutions that might achieve the same target goal. There's a footprint, of course, as you can see behind me. It's just a small camera mounted to the end of the robot arm, so that's not going to take up any of your valuable floor space. But it's the repeatability, the reliability, the fact it's so robust, which are the key attributes that make Cambrian a fantastic choice. And then there's the speed that the system can work at. So between the camera taking an image of the components and sending the information back to the robot to give it its next coordinates, that all occurs in less than 0.2 of a second. It's not just bin picking either that Cambrian system is already synonymous with. You can use it for inspection tasks or assembly. So if you imagine you had 5 or 6 components used in an assembly process and they were all sat in separate bowl feeders, as an example, the floor space that they would take up versus something that's just mounted on the end of the robot is a huge difference. There's 3 cameras in the range, the smallest of which can pick up components as small as 1mm. And of course, Cambrian system comes with its own UR cap. So a UR cap means that the software is built into the teach pendant of the robot. It's simple to use and it's world renowned for its ease of programming, and it means it's fully endorsed by Universal Robots themselves. So there's never been a better time to invest in a vision system like this, which will help you and your organization take away those mundane, repetitive tasks that organizations and companies right throughout the UK are struggling to get labor to fill. Of course, we've already got our own demo unit at our robot lab here, and we use it for feasibility studies. So if you've got some components, whether they need moving from stillage to fixed datum point, or it's an assembly task, get in touch and please send them in, and we'll gladly do a feasibility study for you as well. Okay, so thanks for watching. Don't forget to look at our website to see our full range of products and off-the-shelf solutions, and we'll see you next time.